Welcome back, True Seeker. April 14th, 2025. It is the anniversary of the Lincoln assassination, which happened the same day the Secret Service was created. And it's also the anniversary of the Titanic hitting the iceberg. And the big federal news is Trump is meeting with the president of El Salvador. And right now, the U.S. is deporting illegals who are considered to be dangerous, violent gang members. They're being deported to El Salvador's maximum security prison. And just like always, today is news by the numbers. So let's go through this piece by piece. And again, let's once again reiterate who is behind this ritualism. The leader of El Salvador, who is meeting with Donald Trump today, is Nayib Armando Bukele Ortiz, and you can see that his name has a numerical value of 104. Today is the 104th day of the year, 10-4 over and out. He's the 81st president of El Salvador. President Trump equals 81, as does President Biden. President Biden also equaled 81. You might recall Biden supposedly beat Trump in 2020 with 81 million votes. And then when he was 81, he transitioned to Kamala, who raised a record $81 million in 24 hours. And 81 is a special number, but we'll skip that for now. Just understand it has a Trump connection. Now, this man, by no surprise, went to a Catholic university, Central American University. And what's really interesting about this university is it was created September 15th, 1965. You'll recall last year, that was the day of the Trump assassination scare. A date that can be written 15/9, like Donald Trump equals 159, like how the Secret Service was 159 years old and it supposedly saved him that day from the man in the bushes who had his shirt up over his nipples. Anyhow, that university, that Catholic university, was established on the 144th anniversary of El Salvador's independence, 144. And consider today's the 14th day of the fourth month. The majority of the world writes today 14/4. It's a special number, 144, to the history of assassinations, from Lincoln to RFK to JFK. Again, they say RFK died at 1:44 in the morning. JFK died 144 days from meeting with the Pope. It connects to MLK's assassination, as well as the first president to die in office, William Henry Harrison. They died on April 4th, which has a gematria value of 144. MLK's assassin even died in a 144 ritual. But anyhow, this code of letters and numbers, it's based on the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26, and the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1 back to A is 26. Today is 153 days after the leader of the Jesuits' birthday, Arturo Sosa, born November 12th. So today can be written 14/4, like 144. Again, that connects with the university and the independence. But again, 153 days after the leader's birthday. The word Jesuit alone is 84. Today's 84 days after Trump took office. Of course, Trump's Jesuit educated. He went to Fordham. Again, the Jesuits gave us the calendar and the language. And when the Jesuits came to America, they set up shop in Washington, D.C., which eventually became the capital. And the first president was recognized there just days after the first Jesuit university was established, Georgetown. And then we got George Washington, who was favorable to the Catholic Church, where a lot of founders were not, because, again, forgotten history to most Americans, this nation was largely founded because people wanted to escape the Catholic Church, which was the governing force of Europe. Again, they're making people pay unjust fees and taxes and indulgences, which brought about the Protestant Reformation and Martin Luther. Again, he wrote the 95 Thesis. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on the 95th day of the year. These things are not accidents. It's like the Jesuits being recognized by the Roman Catholic Church on the day leaving 95 days left in the year was an accident. But anyway, I want to go back to Tren de Aragua becoming this big thing in the media. It's been a trending topic ever since. The people who are being deported to El Salvador are largely connected to this gang, which is from Venezuela, the same place Arturo Sosa is from, the leader of the Jesuits. Notice, from his birthday to the day, that news about Tren de Aragua broke last summer, August 30th. From that day to his upcoming birthday was 74 days. Again, if you're new here, gematria, there's 4 base ciphers, alphabetic order, reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology applied. Tren de Aragua equates to 74, as does Aurora. The first footage of him was out of Aurora, Colorado, a town that's familiar to a lot of people because there's been a lot of stories there, including the Batman shootings. It's a whole other topic. Now, remember, the Jesuits are the Society of Jesus, and you can see on the screen all the numbers that connect to Jesus in 74. For the record, English equals 74, Gematria is 74, energy 74. This knowledge is being used to manipulate people's energy, make them fall into traps and agendas they shouldn't. Again, this comes from Kabbalah. The Kabbalistic belief is God uses this knowledge. The people at the top want to play God with this knowledge. Also, just Colorado has the 8338 connection. August 30th can be expressed 8/3. 8 plus 30 is 38. Colorado's the 38th state. Remember the Lincoln Hope Riley killer, Laken Hope Riley. Her name equaled 222. She died on February 22nd at age 22. That guy was from Venezuela, and he gave up the right to trial on the Superior General's birthday last year on November 12th. Superior General equals 222, like Laken Hope Riley. When they finally started making arrests of Trende Aragua, they did that on the Pope's 88th birthday. If you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Aurora is also 88. Trump's also 88, and Trump's cracking down. His supporters, they like this. Notice how 88 and 74 connect with the Holy Roman Empire, which is alive and well here in New Rome, a.k.a. the United States of America. But yeah, you follow this. Again, you'll see. It's all news by the numbers. It's all Jesuits. The chief of police who was in charge of the arrest, also Jesuit-educated, Todd Chamberlain. And keep in mind, Regis is there in Denver, not far from Aurora, one of the nation's 27 Jesuit universities. We'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Thank you again to everyone who hits the like and the share. And until next time.